David and I had got...
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my live video. So as you all know, I just got finished doing the Ninja Turtles problems with the series, the movies, the video games, the cartoons, the comics, etc. Well, I didn't really talk about comics though, but the video games, the shows, the movies, are the ones I talk about. So the franchise is not, but the Power Rangers also had its problems a lot. So let's start with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Season 1. Season 1 of Mighty Morphin was what it was. It's not really that great. The season 1 were the music and the fight scenes, and that's it. So here's the problem I have with Mighty Morphin Season 1. The Rangers themselves, Goody Goods, Goody Two Shoes, always doing right by the community, charity. Let's do this and that for the school project, or that, BS crap. I get that it's trying to send messages to kids though, but the way they're doing it, it makes it seems like, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, season 1 was not really that great. It was okay. It did have some problems, like some child actors and some adult actors. Like in episode 8 with Billy's little brother or little cousin, Woody. I mean Willie. I think the science teacher or whatever it is that who hosts the science fair or whatever, his acting sucks. I'm sorry, but he sucks. Willie's actor, he sucks. But although it was a pretty good Billy focused episode, so but listen though. Bulk and Skull weren't even that funny to me. I don't think they were really that bullies though. But I think the Rangers themselves kind of felt like bullies when it comes to the Goody Two Shoes. I personally think season 1 kind of sucked. I think to me that the only thing that made season 1 more popular was the Greenwood Devil saga. Yes, Jesse David Frank as Tommy made Power Rangers history more memorable as when he was the evil Green Ranger, because he was chosen by Rita, and when she chose him to become evil, that's when the whole obsession, the whole arc became popular. But after he joined the Rangers, he became a faggot. I'm sorry, he really did, because we all knew the relationship between him and Kimberly was going to go on, and the Green Candle saga happened, and after that saga was over, that's when he's becoming really, really but questionable as the Green Ranger. I get that everybody became so obsessed with Tommy, but there are plenty of Tommy Rangers that people refuse to pass knowledge on. White, Red Zeo, and Red Turbo Ranger, and Black Dino Thunder Ranger. But everybody is so focused on the Green Ranger a lot. I don't know why, but it's really driving me crazy. To me personally, I prefer Tommy as the White Ranger, because Goldar was fun to watch from 94 to 95. And when he became leader, I'm sorry, I really don't like Tommy as the leader as a White Ranger. He became a better leader as a better leader in Zeo, but not as a White Ranger, because he kind of took Jason's spot though. But I'm gonna tell you some problems I had with season 1. It was very racially stereotypical show. The black guy was the Black Ranger, the Asian girl was the Yellow Ranger, and I call that very racist in when it comes to the casting. So Walter Jones originally wanted to audition as Billy the Blue Ranger, but since he liked the character Zach more, he's decided that it's best to fit the character in the black suit. And the Asian girl in the yellow suit, however, was very controversial because Trini was very stereotypical because she's wushu, tai chi, wushu, karate girl that fights like Jason and Zack, but turns out to be cool at the same time. However, I do have some problems with the show, and that is the money dispute. All that happened in season 2 when Austin St. John, Walter Jones, and Dewey Train, rest in peace, left the show due to money dispute. Because originally Walter Jones wanted to get more money for his stuntmen because they did such a good job on the show, but at the same time they were leaving the show due to bad voice dubbing. And you know what? Here's the problem I had with season 2. I started to notice the bad voice dubbing of the Red, Black, and Yellow Rangers. I don't know what's the issue about that. That is the whole problem I have with the show. And the soccer moms, the villains. When Lois Z came out, parents complained about the kids being all frightening, saying that he's too scary, he's too googling. Because he's a villain, he's supposed to be scary. And then the parents want to complain about the show was being too violent for the show. Maybe if you were to take your child to a martial arts school, then they wouldn't have any problems, play fighting and stuff. It's not the show's fault, it's your fault for not taking your son to martial arts school so they can learn how to do self-defense. That's the truth. So instead of blaming the show, blame yourselves for not teaching your son self-defense and all that. Truth be told. And then you have the new casting: Steve Cardenas, Karen Ashley, and Johnny Young Bosch. I don't mind Johnny Young Bosch and Karen Ashley, Adam and Aisha. But Rocky was the worst Red Ranger since Jason. I'm sorry, but Rocky was one of the worst Red Rangers because number one, they did not have anything for him in season 2. No story arc, no character development, no focus episode of Rocky. Except for the one episode when, to me, you know what? Here's the thing. I don't think there was a focus episode in season 2 of Rocky. Because except for that Chico machine focus episode, Rocky just wants to have fun. Worst episode, I did not like it. It didn't make sense. It was just Rocky, running around just tripping off boat or whatever. Oh my god, man. Season 2 kind of bored me also. The editing of season 2, worse than season 1, was garbage. I'm sorry, but it was one of the worst editings I've seen in season 2 because they used... Oh! Let me tell you something. Season 2 also sucked because of Zoo 2 footage. Yes. A few years ago, I was watching Zoo 2 footage of Jeff Farouk, the martial arts stuntman of season 2 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. He put out a footage of Zoo 2 footage of the Rangers fighting the putties and the monster while still using Daizushin in the Zoo 2 footage, which they could have used in season 2, but they refused to do it because they claimed that they were running out of Zoo 2 footage. But yet they rather use Die Ranger footage for the Megazord, mixed with the Zoo 2 footage with the monster. Why? Why? Just why? Season 2 was a mess also with editing of the Megazords, of the Sentai footage. They could have used, you know, the Die Ranger suit for power-ups. For power-ups. And that right there is what should have been used from the TV show. It's garbage. But however, I do admit one thing. Some of the episodes I loved from season 2 was the White Light saga. Well, the two part of the White Light was focused on Tommy becoming the White Ranger, and the Rangers Back in Time episode, when the Rangers travel back to Angel Grove in the 19 or the 1820s. I don't know, but I think it's for the first time in 2 years since the Rangers they decided to bring back the White Ranger. The Green Ranger, I'm sorry, to fight the White Ranger. And I think it was pretty fun for them to watch. It was a fun fight. However, I do think that some of the fight scenes are kind of cheesy because it was more body to body all the time. And I'll get to the movie in a minute where you notice a lot of changes and fight scenes are happening. Yeah, so after that little saga situations, season 2 kind of sucked with multiple parts. The storybook saga, I hated it. What should have ended in season 2, it kind of ended in the worst note as of season 1 did. See, season 1 kind of ended it in the oyster stew. Sorry that took me a long to think about, but it came back to me. Then season 2 ended it with Blue Ranger Gone Bad. Trash. Even though it was a pretty good, really good, it was a really good Billy focused episode. But season 2 still suffered a lot of issues. And thus comes the movie. The movie fight scenes were changed. The one thing I hate about the movie fight scenes are the puns. Why the puns? But it still sucked. A lot better than Turbo, which I refuse to talk about that. After the movie, season 3 started with the Mask Rider saga. So season 3 kind of started off strong, but then it started off pretty strong with the Ninja Quest saga. Because personally, the structure of the Thunder Megazord were tragic. You know what? I think season 3 kind of lacked were unmoored fight scenes. But the Najeti fight scenes were really cool to watch, but it was boring at the same time because too many flips, too many tricks. It sucked. After season 3, the Alien Ranger saga happened. One of the worst sagas I've ever seen. The Alien Ranger saga sucked, but the Zeo, but I personally think that season 3 kind of sucked at the end, but it's a good season. The Turbo sucked, and Lost Galaxy was mix, Donald Thunder mix, SPD mix. You know, I think after this Saban seasons were not really that great. There are some of them, and there are some bad ones. And some Disney seasons were some were good, some bad. But you guys know where I'm coming from with this. So after RPM was considered to be a good season, but some people hated it, some people liked it. I personally liked it. Then came the whole problem with the shows running today. Samurai sucked. Both Samurai seasons were trash. Huge tragedy. Too many puns. Too many bad actings. The stories did not make sense. I'm sorry, but Samurai was awful. It was god awful. Then came Megaforce. Also a tragedy. The show was garbage. So-called 20th anniversary? No. Just no. Super Megaforce also sucked a lot of nuts. Donald Charge was good. Donald Supercharge, not so great. Because Chip Lynn was not fully around in his seasons. If you think about the past seasons of Chip Lynn shows, he was fully around in full seasons of Time Force and such and such. When it comes to super seasons, I don't think he's not. But it's still better than Megaforce and Samurai seasons at the same time. So Ninja Steel is currently running. I like the second episode better, but the third episode it was okay, but it wasn't even that great. Brody's actor is starting to sound like Troy in terms of bad acting. I hope and pray to God that this guy's Will Schufeld's acting can get better. If not, then Ninja Steel is pretty much a cool season than Samurai and Megaforce because of Chip Lynn. Anyways, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed my second live video of my childhood action shows problems live. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, leave the comments down below. What was your issue towards your favorite childhood shows? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, it's your man Devin Hughes here, and I'll see y'all.